Hey there, FameBit community, and specifically, DearNatural62. My name is Nate. On YouTube, I go by Big Nate 84. That's my main channel. But this year, I set up a second channel, my vlog channel, where I can record videos in the car, so that I can respond to questions that come up almost instantly, like same-day video response to questions I see. And basically, the reason behind this format is because I love making YouTube videos, but I also really enjoy spending time with my wife and kids. So as I'm driving to and from work, this allows me to still be interactive on YouTube. So bear with me in the road noise and the bumps. But DearNatural62 is into nail art, and I can tell you, I know nothing about nail art. That's just not my thing. But I do know about professional audio video technology, because that's what I do for work. I am a system designer, and so when I see questions about pro audio, my ears kind of perk up, and I'm like, oh, I know, I can help you out. So I saw your question. You're looking for a great microphone for indoor recording, and so that tells me that you know a little something, right? You know that if you're recording outside where there's a lot of wind, you definitely want to take that into consideration and get some sort of special windscreen or some sort of shotgun microphone that can hone in on the subject you're trying to record and kind of reject other noises out of there. So you've got a clue about indoor-outdoor, which is great. And so you want to do indoor recording. I haven't seen really any of your videos yet, but what I'm not going to do is tell you should get this microphone. Sorry for the lighting here. Looks like I'm in the shadows, but what I can't do is necessarily tell you exactly what microphone to get. But what I will do is kind of walk you through some of the thought process. So if my sister or a friend or family member was asking me this same question, basically this is the thought process. These are the questions I would then ask them to try to help them find the right solution that they're looking for, because they might not know all the different options that are out there. And I saw in the comments some people had already responded. I think one person said, oh, get the Countryman B3 or E6, or get the Zoom H1. That'll do the trick. And you know what, those might work for you, but I wanted to kind of walk through some of the decision making. So the very first thing I would want to know is your budget. What do you want to spend? And that's not because I'm a salesman trying to sell you something or upsell you something, but that's because some people are gonna just want a USB microphone because that's the simplest thing. You have to buy one thing, and you can spend less than $100 on a USB microphone, plug it into your computer, and be good to go. But that might not be the workflow that works best for you. It might or it might not be. It just depends on your equipment that you have on hand already. And basically, I would want to recommend something that works well with what you've already got. Unless you've got a $5,000 budget and you can buy a whole recording rig and all kinds of fancy stuff. Maybe that's what you want to do if you're trying to expand your channel and really take things to another level. But most people that ask this question, they end up just getting a USB microphone because that's the simplest path of least resistance. So the first question I would ask is, where do you want this microphone to send signal to? So the microphone is a low-level signal, and that will need to feed some sort of preamp. Now, a lot of cameras can accept a microphone level signal. Some cameras can, and some cameras can't. So if you want to basically just have an add-on to your existing camera, it would be important to know whether that camera has a mic or line level input for audio, or maybe it doesn't have an input at all, and you need to record separately and then splice the video, or I shouldn't say splice, that's the wrong term, or edit the video and the audio together after the fact to kind of line things up and synchronize those two things. So this depends. To answer your question, I would need to know the workflow that works best for you, because you want to make things as simple as possible, and you want to get an upgraded microphone to enhance your audio quality without probably spending too much money, and something that works well with what you've already got. So if you could let me know what you have on hand and how you plan to record this audio, that would be great. And your workflow. I mean, if the simplest workflow is just to get that audio recorded right along with the video as you're doing your clips, then you can do less post-production after the fact. But maybe you really like to do post-production, so you want to have your audio recorded separately. So that's definitely a huge consideration that you might want to figure out before I recommend anything. The next thing is the style of microphone. So you can get like what's called a lapel microphone, and they're just like the little clippy things, right on the lapel. So you could clip something to your shirt, and those usually work pretty well. But if you move around a lot, you're painting nails and doing all kinds of stuff, they can be jostled a little bit too. So you want to watch out for unwanted microphone noise getting picked up by movements on your shirt. You also want to consider, do you want the microphone in the shot with you? You might not want to have a microphone in the video, in the frame. So that might rule out the lapel microphone. Then you could go to possibly an over-the-ear style microphone that's just kind of like a little invisible thing that you can hardly see, that just kind of sits on your ear, or it's head-worn somehow. Sometimes you can do like the Garth Brooks style. That's an option for you. But again, it's what you're comfortable with. And there's good microphones across the board in all these different styles. It's not like one is better than the other. It depends on what you're trying to do and how much money you want to spend, and that's the type of quality that you can get. But I think defining the style of microphone would be good. You can get like a little Countryman E6 type head-worn microphone. They could be anywhere from $500 to $600, but those are like gold. Those things sound amazing if you can get them set up right. But you're going to need to go into a preamp, and you're going to need to have maybe some sort of little mixer, or just like a little some sort of an adapter to go into your camera. It's not just going to go directly, a microphone like that Countryman over the ear, that's not going to go directly into your camera. You're going to need some sort of audio equipment in between that to get the levels right. So those are some things to consider. Let me think. What else would I consider? As I went through the clip-on lapel or lavalier style, we talked about the over-the-ear, and then you could go with like a traditional like DJ setup. I mean, maybe you really like that whole you've got a microphone mounted on a boom that you can just have right here, and you want to do the DJ type thing. Maybe that's part of the style choice that you want, and you kind of want to have that Dish Nation look, if you've ever seen that TV show where they have all the radio DJs, and they've got that's basically what I'm trying to describe to you, is that the atmosphere that maybe comes along with having like a boom style DJ microphone. If you're okay with having a microphone visible, that's something you might want to consider. Or you could consider having a high quality microphone mounted up on a stand that's outside the video frame, kind of like overhead, just poking down into the frame. And what you want to do is just make sure that microphone is as close as possible to your head or your mouth, but also that it's far enough away that it's not in the shot. So that would be another consideration. So there's a whole bunch of things to think about, and I hope that you have found some of this info helpful when making your decision. If you want me to make a specific decision, I can definitely do that, but I wouldn't want to recommend something that's just way outside of your budget. So yeah, let me know some more information. If you found this helpful, you want me to make a recommendation, I can totally do that. Anyway, it's been great chatting with you. Any of you FameBit community members that are still hanging into this video, I will talk to you later. Peace out.